Hi, Peter Charles here, Folks for Life Fly Fishing. And today let's talk about how to manage our tippet on the water, some choices we have for the type of tippet we use, and some way to save some money and make life easy for yourself in the bargain. So let's take a look at what I have here. I would strongly recommend that if you're going to be doing a lot of trout fishing with, fine tippet, small flies, that kind of thing, I'd strongly recommend you buy proper trout tippet for that job. It is a smaller diameter for its breaking strain, and it's designed for the presentation of dry flies and wet flies and that sort of thing. So, I would have a selection of spools running, say, from 3X, 4X, all the way down to 7X, and I'd keep those in my vest or my sling pack, whatever the case may be. I would keep them on a little doohickey like this that holds spools. There's a variety of these on the market, but it's the easiest way. They're like dispensers, if you want to think of them in those terms. And, they'll just hang from your vest. So trout, just bite the bullet, buy these, okay? Because you're going to get smaller diameter for the breaking strain, and that's important when presenting dries. Now, if we're moving on to anything else, now options open up for us. What I normally do is use something like this. I load my spools. This is fluorocarbon. You can do the same thing with mono if you prefer to use mono. And I buy this in 250-yard spools. And I just load spools like this. And I load these. And I've got these color-coded. So the dark ones are the heavy breaking strain, and the lighter colors are the lightest breaking strain. So they go down in order. So if I'm looking at them like this, I know what the breaking strain is. I don't have to, look at the label on this side going, oh yeah, that's my 20 pound. Yeah, I don't have to do that. So the color code tells me. Now, where do I get that from? This stuff. I get this at the dollar store. This is what girls use to tie up their ponytails. And it works fine. It's a perfect fit for these old tippet spools. I've recycled these tippet spools. Like when these get empty, I recycle them for use with my bulk spools. And that, with this, you can keep these going forever. I mean, it's a great way, especially for steelheading and smallmouth bass, striped bass. You can load up a bunch of these, clip them to your jacket, and away you go. And as I say, you can use these to color code them. Now, there's another option, which is these foam spools, which I bought online. And they come with this little pin. And you hook your loop of your leader onto that pin, and then you wind. And you can trap the mono between the pin and the side of the spool so it doesn't come out, see? And yet I can grab the tag end and ready to go. These are very clever. And they're very, very light, and they're squishy, which is nice if you've got them in a pocket. And I label them, as you can see. I've got this labeled. So you can prepare a bunch of leaders ahead of time, put them on these spools, so you can put these in your pocket, and you can label, let's say, 9-foot 5X tapered. So it's a 9-foot 5X leader. Instead of having it in those little plastic baggies that we get our tippets in, our leaders in, and you can put them on these and label them as what they are. And they're much easier to take off and put back on. So you can keep them under control a lot easier than keeping them in those little plastic pouches. So when you've got, your leader set up like this, you can transition from a dry fly leader to an nymphing leader extremely quickly. This is a nymphing leader. I could put a dry fly leader on this one and flip backwards and forwards in no time flat. So it's a very easy way to manage these on the river, on leaders on the river. And you could put them in one of these tippet dispenser type things, and you can have 3 or 4 of these and just have them ready to go. And just wind your stuff on as you need them, or take them off. So it's a very easy way to manage your leaders. So you can, have spools like this already prepared with different breaking strains of your favorite mono or fluorocarbon. And as I say, I've got this with a clip, so I just move this from jacket to waders to sling pack. And I'm always carrying it with me. This is like my striped bass and steelhead collection, and smallmouth. Does all 3. and saw fluorocarbon, I just go from one to another to another. And, I've always got this with me. And as soon as it gets low, I just reload some more. So that's how you can manage your tippet on the river very easily. Come prepared. Reduce the amount of time it takes you to move from one leader system to another. Or if you want to have something unusual prepped and you don't know if you'll ever use it, have one that you can put it on one of these and go, oh, geez, there it is. There's that situation I need that leader for. And away you go. Like if you're switching, for example, between you don't contact nymph very often and you decide you want to take off your indicator rig and put on a contact nymphing rig, have it loaded in one of these and makes life simple. So there you go. It's some simple ways to manage your tippet, and you're always going to be ready to go and prepared when you're on the water. Cheers.